And we're back. So, picking up mostly just where I left off. Went and had a bathroom break. Um, got changed. Good stuff like that. Use my sipping. But I was talking about sort of the I don't know why. I get like really winded sometimes. You guys ever have it where it's like, I don't know. I get like really excited about things. And it causes me to need to feel like I need deep breaths, you know? What the heck? Good. Oh, they're drinking water. That's really cute. Like some skeletons. But a framework, what a framework does is more or less just provide the Oh, can this lead up to here? Yeah, it can. Framework more or less provides the provides like generic tools, I guess you might call it, to build a game with, right? So, you know, that's things like, hey, here's like, you know, generic collision or stuff like that. It just provides a lot of like, you know, standard tools that you might need or standard functionality that you might need in all games. And I'm sure there are people who are way more knowledgeable on the topic to be able to speak more. But then there's engines, which, you know, tend to do a little more. You know, they also do rendering, and maybe they have more, potentially more specific features for the game. Or the engine is built entirely with a singular game in mind. That being said, you know, now I think about it, if you include all the stuff that Java is providing in my engine, you know, it sort of takes what Java already does and builds, you know, builds a bunch of stuff that you're gonna need anyway. Oh, well, we gotta go check that out. And that. Like I said, it does like the engine ticks. It has generic nav mesh implementation and things like that. We do have some like we do also have some like things to try to scavenger hunt type things. Try to find. Well, hello. My only hope is that there's more upgrade materials. That's what I'm here for. Seen that coming. Do I need my Windstone wave? Should have known that, nice. Rune arc. Okay. Oh, give me a sec. I'm very popular today, apparently. All the calls. Yeah, that flamethrower worked pretty good. So, I'll take it. I guess we'll go this way first. There's an item over here. It's like a one way. Or not. End up turning around. Yeah, this seems like it's gonna be the proper way to go. I feel like weirdly nervous right now. You know? That kind of like deep sinking. That noise. The boss? Oh, it's one of the giant bears. Did we kill it? there's no way to dodge it. Okay. He attacks fast. And I hear the wife just came home. I'm like right above the garage, so as soon as that door opens. Okay. She opened this. Pickled turtleneck. Okay, this is here. So the intention that I run. Ah, shit. What the? Of course. Son of... Yeah, it's hard to dodge that attack. It's pretty... It's not hard. It's has a quicker wind up than you might expect. I don't know if you take fall damage from that, but I'm gonna try to... I think you do. I'm gonna try to avoid that. I'm gonna keep torch out so I can actually see where the crap I'm going. Does seem like it's relatively through these guys. Seems like it might be better to just... Dang it, I saw it coming. I'm dead there. Freaking Kuma. Oh, that was so greedy. Ah, dang. That was really greedy of me. The hardest part is getting the timing of that charge down. You don't have all that much time to react to it, so. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that they made all the spells not good again in this game, just like they did with DS3. It kind of makes me think that it's going to be the same case with all like the weapons and whatnot too, and I guess the medallions as well, since they're sort of analogous to rings, that they're all just going to be useless like they were in DS3. Like in DS3, basically everything's the same. Dude, I totally hit the button. I don't know where he's going half the time. Does that like twice in a row. Nice. Spelldrake Talisman. What does that do? Boost magical damage negation. Okay, so this is like the Flame Drake Spelldrake. This is like the, you know, blue stone plate. Yeah. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Air Tree. Okay. Depicting a blue ancient dragon. Yeah. Okay. Boost maximum equip load. How did I ignore this? When did I get this? I feel like I remember getting in this thing. Sacrificial twig. A talisman fashioned from a dried twig, so slender that it might snap at the slightest touch. Prevents rune loss upon death, but will be lost itself in exchange. Believed to be a twig pruned on the Air Tree long ago. Okay. And yeah, this thing. An iron charm that resembles a massive weaponry. Boosts maximum equipment load by... Okay, actually a relatively okay amount. The talisman was derived from an unusual greatsword once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. I feel like I've read that before, and this looks familiar, but I don't remember being excited about the effect of it. Nice. Short little dungeon. I don't know what the purpose of that was. They really emphasized the, like it was such a unique discovery mechanism. I mean, not unique to games as a whole, but unique to Elden Ring. At least from what I've seen so far. Level of vigor there. So yeah, a bit pretty unique to Elden Ring. And it was honestly a rather, I mean, we saw a rune bearer and we got a talisman, I guess. It didn't seem like anything like super crazy. I was expecting something more grandiose. But maybe there's some sort of lore implications as well that I don't, just lost on me. I did like how I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to focus on the lore. Honestly, once I get playing, it's like, I don't know. It's gonna, the lore, if I really tried to focus on the lore, at least on my first playthrough, it'd get such in the way of the game itself for me. Maybe on subsequent playthroughs, but it's a lot to focus on between playing the game, recording, and also trying to focus on the lore if that's something that I wanted to do. It seems like a thing that might be much better to focus on, or for me to do offline, and if it is something that I truly want to do. Which, I mean, I honestly don't really know at this point. I am relatively content absorbing the content of other people to achieve that. Whether it be a body or ENB or... I feel like there's been other lore type folk that I've watched. I should go there next. I'm gonna pause real quick because I'm gonna go check on the wife, see how she's doing. So, I'll be right back. I am back. I am back. Where am I going? Oh yeah, this is the... What a weird frickin' enemy. What is this? Oh, it's one of those One of those skulls. I wonder if there's an achievement. There should be an achievement for gathering every single one of those in the game. I don't remember what I was talking about. I think frameworks versus engines, something like that. All that being said, is I feel like what I have is like kind of on the weird cusp of engine versus framework. I'm just gonna continue calling it the engine. I think it's justifiably enough in it. But so yeah, as I said, I'm making an RTS. I think I would definitely call it an RTS over a over like a battle arena, honestly. Even though the working name I have right now, it sort of implies that it's a battle arena style game. It's just kind of a weird mix, you know? But I think, because basically the idea behind the game is to have a hero-focused RTS that does not have either base management nor let's remember how to do this. Demi-human clean staff. Crystal burst. An arteria leaf. Yeah, so an RTS, a hero-focused RTS that has neither economy management nor has son of a base management, right? So you don't build any buildings. You don't you don't build buildings. You don't build workers. You don't mine materials. You don't really have workers or anything like that. So it truly is all about the units, the hero that you have, the faction that you choose, the units that you build, and then, you know, I assume there'd be something like objectives, you know, something more like objective based. Or, you know, you could take a note out of battle arena style games where you have like lanes and then there's like a single building that's the objective to kill. A lot of different options, for sure. but we'll see what I ultimately decide to go with. I respect. I'm definitely very excited for the prospect. Sure. Need to come up here yet. Faith, not crystal tier. I assume that is a faith. Temporarily boosts faith. One of the games I've really loved in the past, I did a playthrough a couple years ago now, I think, is the Myth series. And that is a fantastic, I'd say a real-time tactical game. If you've ever played games like StarCraft or Warcraft 3 or whatever, you have what you might call dungeon. You have like dungeon in the campaign you have like what are basically like dungeon missions. And it's basically you're given a set number of units at the beginning of the map, and you have to get through all of them. And that's really good. It requires very heavy, very good tactics. Taking good engagements, and all that type of stuff. Very aware of your surroundings. The game is quite slow, very slow paced, so it really lets you on the one hand, you have a lot of time to think about your decisions, which I think is good. But additionally, you also have a lot of time. Additionally, you also are basically committed to those moves once you do them. It's very hard to undo your decision once it's been made. And I really like that. I think that's my favorite part about RTS games is the unit control more than anything. I'm very bad with like build orders and like economy management. That's sort of like macro level multitasking that's required for those style of games. I definitely find on the more difficult side, it's hard to excuse me, I'm fixing my wonder if I can block that guy. I think I'd certainly have trouble doing it. So I kind of want that on the same... Oh, I didn't rest at that. On the same side, I also really love, you know, battle arena style games. It kind of takes that concept of controlling a few units, and that's it. Like, that's all you have to do. Control those few units. That really takes it to the extreme with battle arena style games, like your League of Legends, your Dotas, and your Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of New Earth, Smite. That style of game. Yeah, spells help a lot. Who knew? But those games take that style of you know, tactics and really take it to the extreme. They also add on the multiplayer element, which I enjoy to a degree, for sure. I can't say I don't enjoy it. It's hard. I feel like it's a lot harder for me to sink a lot of effort into games like those. I get frustrated. I feel like I get frustrated easier with multiplayer games than I do single player games. Just because it, you know, with multiplayer games, you're playing against people who are, of course, inherently hard to predict, right? Which are very hard to predict. That is unlike you know, multiplayer games or single player games, where the things you're combating against are naturally, you know, they're inherently easy to predict. Obviously, as a game designer, you can attempt to make them hard to predict, but at the end of the day, it's just an algorithm, right? But most games make the enemies that you're fighting sort of intentionally easy to predict, right? And sort of solve them. You can never, I don't think you can ever truly solve a person in terms of what they're gonna do. Now, to some degree, you probably can. Some degree. But that really depends on probably how skilled the person is. Maybe not even skill, might not even be the right word. Just how much someone tries to be unpredictable. But I kind of want that feeling, you know, like I said, I think I've made this analogy before, but it's like, you know, when you're playing Souls or something like Isaac, where enemies have set patterns. And although you can't predict exactly what, you know, the exact move that an enemy is going to do next, you can at least eventually recognize the moves and be able to respond to them appropriately, even if they're varied to a degree. And I find that aspect it's one of the reasons I really love Souls, and you know, something like Isaac or Risk of Rain, which I'm going to talk about. Risk of Rain is there's things to talk about in that respect. Yeah, something like Isaac, or Dark Souls, or Risk of Rain, where you truly can, you know, eventually get good enough. Sacred Tear. Where, you know, you can solve the game. You know? I'm not super into puzzly type things. I don't think I have any. Oh, Melina. What's Melina up to?
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Sure.
Then, after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed. Return to the lands between. Wage war. And brandish the Elden Ring. Grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey. Let my hand share them with you.
This Lord Godfrey guy seems very important to the story. Godric has mentioned them. He's been mentioned on several of the battle sites, that I presume they are, at least. Been mentioned on several of the battle sites. In fact, those battle sites all of them might be something to do with Lord Godfrey. Let's go to the other side, shall we? What was that? Delicious. Yep. Yeah, I'm not super into puzzly type things, you know. Despite being a programmer, I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm terribly good at the sort of outward thinking, I feel like, that maybe often goes along with puzzles. Excuse me. So badly. Oh, there's another grave. Oh. Oh, right over there. Yeah. That's out there. Okay, we will go out there. Eventually. Oh, it's the big thing. Big walking thingy. Let's see the time. I do need to go. Actually. Unfortunately. I don't know when the next one we're going to be able to play is. Man, all these things to talk about. But alas. So it ends. Next time we'll be going through this. Let's see what this area is called. I suppose I can look at it. The Tombsword Catacombs. Be going through this. Been pretty cozy. Been very, very cozy. The last few sessions. And again, we sort of backtracked a little bit, right? Where I go, just remembered. I'm sure there are people. Lately, strength scaling. Very interesting. Winston's staff's out as a scepter, a gift once given to the demi-humans to foster peace. It can be wielded even by those of low intelligence, sneered at by fools in the academy. If this game is anything like previous games, it's that the astrologer's staff is the best one in the game for a long time. But at least until we get, like, you know, Old Sage's staff or whatever. Also, I'm gonna switch back to Wave next time. Oh, we also got, didn't we get a spell? Crystal Burst? Yes. Once one of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy of Ray Lucaria fires a burst of glintstone crystal shards. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly in one mission. Charging increases potency. A sorcery of the Crystal Cadre, a group of sorcerers who pursued the wisdom of stone, the secrets locked in the faint cogitation of the Crystallians. Crystallians. We'll obviously have to give it a try. Okay. Now is the time to leave. But yeah, we sort of backtracked here, so that's why things have been I think on the easier side. I think once we end up finishing up here, and I assume we're gonna have this, and we're gonna have this area around here to explore, as well as all of this. Then we'll have pretty much cleaned this area out. I don't know if this is anything, so it may be good to check it out. There may potentially be some stuff around here, and obviously up here as well. We will need to... we do definitely still have a little bit more to do. After that, we obviously have this area. We have several secret-y type things to look at. Yeah, several of these. Meeting place map, this resurrection painting. This, maybe? I don't know if we've actually found that. Someone lurks among the Waypoint ruins. Roads through Limgrave. As well as the... whatever the... this thing is. Or this is Rise. Something to do with that I'm frankly not quite sure. I saw a ghostly turtle. Could be that we maybe need to go out during certain times of day or something like that. We also have this one, the Siofra Riverwell. Siofra Riverwell to check out. Seemed to be some sort of huge underground labyrinthian-esque area. That might be good, considering its location. Might be good to check out after this area. before we continue on to the main game. Just see what the difficulty is gonna look like there. Know what that area is. Have I been to some orange first yet? Yeah, like here's another one. Thinking it might be a mine. Hard to tell because all the mines are gonna have things, markers on them, so I don't really know for sure. We'll check it out either way. Yeah, still plenty to do in Elden Ring, but till then, I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day, night, day, evening, morning, sleep, meal. You get it.